Bickley and Marotta Mornings. Arizona Sports, the local sports leader. Bickley Blast.
The NBA's play-in tournament has been bulky, a bit awkward. It feels like something artificial is being shoved down our throats, kind of like when my mom made me eat all those canned green beans on my plate. And I think the Suns' play-in court is one of the worst in the NBA. My eyeballs almost literally scream when trying to focus through that grotesque purple court. But all of that changes now because the Suns have made the quarterfinals. They're going to play LeBron James and the Lakers in L.A. The winner punches a ticket to the Final Four in Vegas, and I guarantee you Suns fans will feel something when that game is over, good or bad. From here on out, things are going to get kind of spicy. Lose to the Lakers, and Suns fans are going to say, who cares? This tournament is stupid. But eliminate the Lakers after eliminating the Dodgers and then getting a semifinal game, and then maybe a title bout with the Celtics or Bucks. Whoever hosts that trophy, whatever it looks like, they will be the first decorated team of the NBA regular season. They will have something that looks like bragging rights, and that team is guaranteed to grow internally because of that championship, no matter how contrived it might feel now. It is also a great platform for the recently launched MVP dreams of Devin Booker, who launched that candidacy in Madison Square Garden. Bottom line, I think you're going to see a team full of professional basketball players full on celebrating a regular season victory in Vegas in December, and that's going to look kind of different and kind of cool, especially if it's the Suns. All right, today's Bickley Blast brought to you by my friends at Chapman BMW, who make luxury attainable. Find them online at chapmanbmw.com.
I like the wins, so 7 straight is, what I'm happy about. We're going to continue to try to string them together, and, win or loss, we want it to be the hardest playing team out there.
That's Devin Booker after the win Sunday night in New York against the Knicks. They're going for 8 in a row tonight against Toronto, and you are so right on the money about one thing you said in the Blast, Bick. If the Suns don't win this thing, Suns fans will say, who cares? This tournament's dumb.
This thing was stupid.
If the Suns do win it, 29 other fan bases around basketball will say, who cares? This tournament is stupid anyway.
You couldn't have handpicked a better, for interest's sake, you couldn't have handpicked a better opponent for the Suns, in my opinion, than having to go to L.A. to play LeBron, right? Because if you beat him, he's going to be the one whining. He's going to be the one making excuses, and I'll marinate in that for days. Right?
Bathing.
And I think and again, I know the Suns lost to the Lakers. I think they're going to pummel them this time.
They've lost twice to the Lakers.
That's right, they have.
Mm-hmm.
So
including their one and only showdown in the in-season tournament.
Yeah, it is true.
They got all the history on their side.
Oh yeah. So, but again, it's I do think, say the Suns win this, say any team wins it, I think there's going to be a little mini celebration on that court in Vegas for the champions, and it's going to create a narrative going forward.
Yes.
Now that team will have to try to back it up to win a championship. Will the in-season tournament? Remember how they used to do that in college basketball? How did the team that won the Maui Classic do?
Yeah.
It's kind of bigger than that.
The Maui Gym. Yes. Let me ask you a question on how important you think this is. Let's suppose this Kevin Durant injury lingers. Would you want a player like Kevin Durant pushing himself to sort of play not at 100% in one of these tournament games?
It is exactly where I was going to go in this discussion. Because it's not just the Suns that have to face this. It's, the 8 teams that are now competing for this in-season tournament crown. They're going to have to weigh that. Now, we've heard players on both sides of this argument. The players that are competing for this championship are like, yeah, it's kind of cool. We want to win it. There's some financial incentive. And a lot of the higher-paid players are looking at the guys that don't make as much money. It's like, hey, this is a nice little chunk of change.
That's right. You're dead right about that. This has happened in a few different cities. I've read about it's happening with the Suns. It's happened with a couple of other teams where veterans, well-paid players are going, this is a chance for my little homie to get a little kiss.
Yeah. So the Suns have a game tonight. Kevin Durant is questionable. Mm-hmm. It's a non-tournament game. They don't play a tournament game until Tuesday. Between now and then, they've got tonight in Toronto, home against Denver on Friday, home against Memphis on Saturday. So that's 3 games. From everything that you take in, reading what the Suns personnel are saying, what your eyeballs tell you from pregame videos in New York, Kevin Durant's very close.
Yeah.
And if he's close and he's able to play, I think you will see players maybe play through some things that they normally wouldn't.
Yeah, maybe, but I think you have to be smart about it because I do think that the money, the players will play through it not because of the status. They'll play through it for the money, in my opinion. That would make a player go, okay, these guys around me, it's all important to get that $500,000. Okay, I'm going. I don't care what I feel like. So I think there's some risk there. I think there's also, in a case of Kevin Durant, I think you would look at that game against the Lakers is bigger than a normal regular season game. So I think that if it would be smarter to sit him out tonight for a better chance of having him later, then I would. But like you said, I don't think Kevin Durant's there. I think Kevin Durant is right on the brink of coming back.
Plus, they've also that soundbite from Devin Booker, 7 in a row. They're going for 8 in a row right now. They're feeling it. And if they could plop Kevin Durant back into the lineup, I think tonight's game does mean something too.
Yeah, and here's the other thing that I think has come clear over the last few games here. And Frank Vogel even said, "Look, defense travels." We've had basketball teams here in Phoenix that have gone on the road to big games and they haven't shot well, and we're like, "Where's our basketball team?" This Suns team here, without Bradley Beal and without having even 2 of the top 3 for a majority of the season, they're winning games because they're much better on defense. They're shooting free throws. They're playing more physical. They look more cohesive to me than they have the last couple of years. And maybe it's because it's a new group and they're all engaged and they're all trying hard. I don't know. But I do think that this team is showing that they're more than just an potential offensive juggernaut.
I would say that, especially in the late stages of that Knicks game. That got to be a pretty hotly contested game down the stretch. Mm-hmm. So the Knicks turned on their defense, and they're capable. They got some good defensive players over there.
Yep.
And there was that one possession, again, I'll go back to, in a crucial possession. Julius Randle in the paint, and he had been taking over and being physical about it. And he got surrounded and had 2 shots blocked underneath the hoop. That was huge in the outcome of that game.
Well, you mentioned this earlier. I didn't even know this, that the Suns, they rank top 10 in the league in block shots, and they have
number 1.
Oh, that's it. They're number 1 in block shots, but they have nobody individually in the top 10, which is a clear indication that everybody on the team is locked in defensively. Mm-hmm. Everybody, they're contesting, and that hasn't always happened here in the last few years.
I mean, historically,
isn't that right, DeAndre Ayton?
55 years. King. Defense has never been part of the calling card of the Phoenix Suns.
No.
For more than a couple of stretches here and there.
Yeah, so listen, the contesting shots is about focus, it's about willpower, it's about cohesion, and that's what you're getting with a good defensive team. There were people early on of the season, hey, what's going on with the Suns' defense, man? I thought this Frank Vogel guy was a defensive-minded coach. They're not good at all. They got a brand new team full of guys who haven't been here before. Well, it does take a minute.
I'm into it now. I'm into it. I'm terrible at March Madness brackets. Mm-hmm. Let's do an early December bracket madness competition on the show.
Okay. Suns beat the Lakers.
You're doing it right now.
Kings win. Suns beat the Kings. Suns play the Suns play the Bucks.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be fantastic? Wouldn't that be great?
Would people care then?
Revenge! Well, could you imagine KD and Book against Giannis and Damian Lillard? That'd be kind of fun.
That would be fun.
That would be kind of fun.